Hey everyone, it's Eric with FirearmTutorials.com, and today we're going to look at the Geissele Automatics high-speed national match trigger for the service rifle. So this is an upgraded trigger for an AR-15, and it gives you an adjustable pull weight along with a very smooth action. This should be a drastic improvement over the stock trigger. I'm going to put this in my Voltour, which actually had a pretty bad trigger for as much as the lower is. It's one of the poorest triggers I think I've felt. So I'm going to measure the pull weight before and after, and we'll see what we get. And okay, so let's see what kind of reading we get off here. .3, and that is a gritty trigger too. .4. Do one more. .525. So looks like we're right around 5 pounds 3 ounces. So I'm going to take it out. We'll go ahead and put the Geissele in and see what we can do. Okay, so the installation took about an hour and 20 minutes. Not necessarily because it was difficult. I did notice that these springs in here are a lot thicker and stronger than the little springs on this stock setup, especially here. And you'll notice how chunky the trigger is compared to the stock one. But the reason it took so long to install was just because you got 3 different adjustments you can make. You've got the over travel adjustment, a first and a second stage. So between those 3 adjustments, it took a little while for me to find one that I felt was the sweet spot. Initially, I had it dialed down, I think a little bit lighter, but the second stage pull just was so light, I didn't feel it was predictable enough for me to shoot this gun accurately. So I tightened it up a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a measurement here. I don't know that it's going to be too much different weight-wise. I'll explain that in a second, but let's see what we get here. .485. .48. .498. We'll do one more, see if we can get like a 4.6. .493, nice. So I'm going to go ahead and call it 4.8. It's not too much lighter than the original trigger, but it does feel a lot lighter just because the action of the trigger is just so smooth. The take up on it is just like glass. And then when it actually breaks, it's just ever so slight. You see it there. We'll look at the reset. Nice, really positive reset. So you see that? There goes the first stage, right there. And then here's the second stage, which is more of like a, as Geissele describes it, a carrot break. So that's it, guys. If you're wondering whether to drop the money on this trigger, I would say absolutely. I was never really worried that I would be disappointed with this. It was something I always planned on doing. It was just a matter of when I would have the funds available for it. So if you're looking at this trigger compared to some of the other ones that might be a little bit cheaper, I mean, I'm really impressed with this, especially the amount of tweaking you can do with the adjustments available on this trigger. I would say this is a definite winner. I can tell for sure, like I mentioned, the travel is just so smooth on it. I can also tell the percussion is a little different once the hammer hits the firing pin because of the design on this hammer. It's meant to channel the most energy directly at the firing pin, so you can definitely tell a difference audibly when you dry fire it. Also, the lock time is noticeably faster. We're talking milliseconds here, but if you dry fire your gun enough and get used to the lock time, you'll notice it if you go to a trigger like this. So if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for watching.